Hey everyone, it's Derrick here with another video, and today we're talking about full self-driving again. We're on full self-driving beta 10.11, and we are at here 2.22.4.5.15. We have a new update coming in, so we want to get a quick review on what this is like for this new version. The main difference that you would see is one of the items being the upgrade where it fully stops at every stop sign. So it doesn't do California rolls anymore. So when you go into the settings here, when you are changing the autopilot and being assertive, this doesn't allow you to do rolling stop signs, which as we drive through, you'll probably see a few rolling stops as well. Not by me, but by other people, and actually by the system as well to some degree. So we're going to do our typical navigation routes, which I've done previously. So if you want to see prior versions of this, please feel free to take a look at the previous videos. And yeah, let's get started here. So we'll check behind us real quick, and no cars, so we'll start it up. We'll do the navigation, and then we will head off. And then we'll need to check right here real quick to make sure that we have the autopilot set up. I'm going to turn off auto brights, then turn up the speed a little bit here so you can see we are now in autopilot, hands-free. Alright, we're set at 30, so we'll change that to 35. Then we'll continue watching. Let's go. So this is the same route as the prior routes that I've had, going to that boot camp location. So we get a variety of different scenarios. You get state laws where you're supposed to slow down and stop for pedestrians that are in the crosswalk here in Illinois. So you'll see how it responds to that with looking at the speed here. So what I've seen previously is that it does check and slow down when it sees those, but we'll see as we come across here, it doesn't see any pedestrians, so it continues to move forward. So that's good. Here's also an interesting one where we split into two lanes. See which lane that it keeps me in. Keeps me in the right lane, and also signals that I'm going to be in the right lane, which is interesting. And another curve here. And I should get into the left lane to make a left turn here. So we'll see what it does here with this person up ahead of me, slowing down to 25, which is not what I would necessarily recommend. Getting into the left lane here, it's good to change. And then left turn right here. Abrupt turn and slow down. We're in assertive mode, and it's being very, very cautious on this turn, and now it's super aggressive. So yeah, we'll see what this ends up doing all the way through. Haven't had to do any interventions yet, but again, it was slow, so anytime it does anything that I really don't like, I'm gonna hit this button on top here, which will send that information to Tesla, and we'll see what it does here. This is a very complex, there's a car in front of me, so no visibility here. So it almost just went into that, so I just had to stop it. I think it was going to stop, but it initially wanted to go. Could have went there. That guy's gonna go. So it's pretty complex. So that's one turn off. I think technically it would have went through it, but I care about my life, so I'm not gonna let it do something that will endanger other people's lives. So yeah. So we'll see how it handles this. This is in chopping the mall parking lot around. It's gonna merge to the right here, which is nice and easy. And we have to get all the way in the right lane here, so let's see how it handles this. It handled it a lot better than it has previously. It's slowing down really abruptly, and we'll see how it handles this right turn, because we can turn on red. So it's stopped fully, and let's see if it goes, or if it creeps up and goes. There's no cars behind me right now, so I'm not gonna bug it to go, but yeah, I can technically go in this situation. I'm not entirely sure why it's not allowing me to go, so I'm gonna autopilot record that. Yeah, I'm not sure why it's not going, so I'm gonna push it up a little bit with the accelerator pedal and see if it wants to go. It's really not wanting to go as I push it forward, so I'm gonna break it out. And we're off. So that's 2 autopilot disengagements. Good response in the start. Not so, it's not going very fast, which is odd. Now it's starting to speed up. Traffic's catching up to me. That's very not good, so I'm gonna record that. Yeah, there's a guy coming up on my ass really quick. Literally, like, the max speed is like 50. Right now it says the speed limit is 60, which is not right either. Alright, good start off to the races. Make sure it keeps it in my lane here. Kept it in the lane, good. And I'll have to make a right turn, and it's trying to merge, and it got rejected. Turned it off, but yeah, didn't have enough room. Typically, I would look to make sure that I have room to merge, and then I would turn on my signal. This turned on the signal and was thinking about merging, and realized that it didn't have enough time to do that, or enough space. So not ideal. But we'll see how it handles this, because I have to make a right turn on St. Mary's, and we'll see how it handles this with a bunch of traffic in the real world. And it also didn't go, so not entirely sure why. It just merged into that guy really, really poorly. So definitely recording that. That was really bad. Don't know what the hell that was about. I'm sure the person behind me is gonna be pissed. Come on, turn your signal on. Okay, that's fine. It slowed down quite a bit. I'd want it to go faster, but some people I can understand would want to slow down a little bit more. Got some maintenance cars over here. Sees those. Does not swerve out of the way or anything like that. Alright, coming up to a stop sign, and then we'll make a left turn here. It's doing some weird thing where it does a left turn signal and then it stops it like really early, and then it starts it up again. So see how it handles this. Not bad, a little jerky at the end. And then last time it slowed down during this crosswalk up here, so we'll see if it does that as well. Just take a look at the speed and see if it does it here. And you'll see it jerk down a little bit, I think. Watch this. Yep, brakes. Goes down to 48 miles an hour. So it's like a brake check there. And now we come up to the roundabout, which is always fun. Alright, again, roundabout, it's a yield sign, not a stop sign, so if it has the ability to go, it should just go. It can roll the stop or whatever. So that one wasn't super complex, so that was fine. So that handled that well. A little bit wide of a turn. So not this left turn, but the next left turn, it should make a left. Which it is trying to do. Yep. Good. Much better than the last one. Alright. Good. We have some cones randomly put up here. Turn down that speed. Because we're residential now. So it's driving in the middle of this, so I don't really understand why it's driving in the middle. This is a little bit better now, but again, now we're going up in the middle, so there we have it. Okay, so the overall feel, I have a new version of that just downloaded, so we'll see what the updates and what the release notes say, but overall impressions are, it's still just okay. I mean, I felt like the last one I had a more positive impression. This one, especially because I literally just cut somebody off, wasn't the greatest experience, and I'm sure other people around me didn't feel the most safe around me, or thought that, hey, like, what the heck is this person doing, sort of thing. So yeah, so it's certainly getting better. I don't like how cautious it is, because I think what you should do is try to mimic a person as much as possible, but knowing how NHTSA is and how they're having Tesla do recalls for these things that aren't really these things that are very much like what people driving today do. So let's even follow this guy here, because this is a student driver here, so this person's not supposed to go over the speed limit or anything like that. So it should resemble as closely as possible to a student driver, right? But again, typically people drive at least 5 miles per hour over the speed limit. Additionally, when you make turns, they don't slow down so much. When you speed up fairly quickly, and you do that fairly smoothly. And when you make turns, you drive very smoothly. Like, all of these things you typically do. And I think with Autopilot currently, you know, when it's on a like, this guy's going over the speed limit now, so, you know, currently breaking the law. So like rolling stop signs, that's illegal. Technically you can get pulled over for that. But is that something that should be built into it? Like, honestly, I think so, because if most people do rolling stops, like, that's what it should mimic. However, if you're looking at improving the safety on the road, maybe it's not supposed to. Like, that's a rolling stop sign still, you know? Technically, you're not supposed to do that. Technically, you're supposed to stop fully and then go, which is not what this person did. But yeah, let me know in the comments what you think about Autopilot and this particular version, or any other autonomous driving that you've seen. But thank you for watching. We'll see you in the next video.